Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. In Java, you can test a connection to a URL using the httpurlconnection class. This class allows you to send requests and receive responses from a URL. Below is a step-by-step tutorial on how to test a connection to a URL, along with a code example. ## step-by-step tutorial. 1. Import required classes. You will need to import classes from the java.net and java.io packages. 2. Create a URL object. Use the URL class to create a URL object with the desired URL string. 3. Open a connection. Use the openconnection method of the URL object to create a connection. 4. Set request method. If you want to retrieve data, you typically use the get method. You can set this using the setrequest method of the HTTP URL connection. 5. Get response code. After you connect, you can get the response code from the server, which tells you if the connection was successful, HTTP status code 200, or if there was an error, like 404 for not found. 6. Handle exceptions. Use try-catch blocks to handle potential exceptions like malformed URL exception, IO exception, etc. 7. Close the connection. Finally, it's a good practice to disconnect after you're done. ## code example. Here's a simple Java program that tests the connection to a specified URL. ## explanation of the code. URL creation. The URL object is created using the specified URL string. Open connection. Open connection opens a connection to the URL. Set request method. The request method is set to get to retrieve data from the server. Timeouts. You can set timeouts to prevent the program from hanging indefinitely. Response code. After connecting, the response code is obtained using getResponseCode. Error handling. The code includes exception handling for malformed URLs and IO exceptions. Disconnect. The connection is closed in the finally block to ensure resources are freed. ## conclusion. This simple program demonstrates how to test a connection to a URL in Java. You can customize the URL and request method as needed for your specific use case. This method is useful for checking if a web service or resource is available and responding as expected.